All right, we're in section 5.5, dividing fractions. In many ways, dividing fractions is very similar to multiplying fractions. You do just have one step that comes before, and that is that you have to take, and this is just a word that we use, it's called the reciprocal. The reciprocal essentially means the opposite, okay, of the second fraction that we're dividing. So the reciprocal for, let's say, 2 7s is 7 over 2. We're just flipping the fraction. You paying attention? Hello? Okay. All right. The reciprocal for negative 5/8 is negative 8 over 5. So that's what we're talking about when we say reciprocal. You're going to hear me say that word a lot in this section. So in example 1, when we're dividing fractions, we must take the reciprocal of the second fraction every time. Every time. That's our rule. And when we take the reciprocal, we are going to multiply it by the first fraction. So the first fraction stays the same. It's going to be negative 2/5. And now I'm going to multiply it by the reciprocal of 4 7s, which is 7/4. Okay? And now I treat it just like a multiplication fraction. I just go, I can see if I can cross-reduce anything. Can I cross-reduce anything? Yes. Yep, I can do my, and don't forget to keep your negative. And now I end up with negative 7 over 10. Okay? Again, a very common mistake that I'll see is when you cross-reduce, you forget to keep your negative. So please remember to keep it. All right, I want you to go ahead and try the second one. All right, so now I have negative 3/4 times 8 over 5. Did you do that? Yeah. Did you flip it? Now I can cross-reduce, and I can get negative 6 over 5. But is this my final answer? No, it's negative 1 1/5. Just make sure if you're only dealing with numbers that you change it to a mixed number if it's an improper fraction. All right, now on my last one, I have 1/2 times 11 over 10, and that just becomes 11 over 20. Okay, yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. All right, now in example 2, now I'm just dividing mixed numbers. So what's the first thing I need to do with a mixed number? Change it to an improper fraction. And here's what I want you to do. Change it to an improper fraction, but leave that division sign. If you try to do the reciprocal in the same time, I've just found that it's a lot easier to make a mistake, so I want you to split it into 2 steps. I know that it's a little bit of extra writing, but it's better to do that than get the wrong answer. So I have 25 over 6 divided by negative 5 over 3. Now I can flip it. Now I flip it. I want you to change to improper and then flip it. 25 over 6 times negative 3 over 5. Now you can cross-reduce what you can. Actually, I want you to go ahead and try to cross-reduce and try to find the answer. And I'll give you about a minute and then we'll do it together. All right, so the 5's reduce. And then negative 3 reduces to negative 1 and 2. And I get negative 5 over 2. Is that my final answer, though? What is it going to be? All right, very good. Okay, now I want you to try the second one all on your own. We'll see how you do. All right, so negative 49 over 8 divided by 21 over 4. Now I can do the reciprocal, negative 49 over 8 times 4 over 21. I can cross-reduce. Negative 7 over 6. And that's negative 1 1/6. Okay, now in our last example, it's asking us, well, what if we have a fraction multiplied by, or a whole number multiplied by a mixed number? So let's say we had 27 divided by negative 3 over 11. Well, what did I tell you about whole numbers? Oops. What did I say about whole numbers in the last section when we were learning it? Colin? You always want to put it over 1, okay? So that's like saying 27 over 1 times negative 11 over 3. Do you see what I did there? We're just writing whole numbers over 1, okay? Then I can cross-reduce like normal, and my answer here is just negative 99. But what if my whole number was in the second part of this division expression? What if it was negative 16 over 1 divided by 18? Now that's going to negative 16 over 21 divided by 18. Okay? Sorry. Divided by 18. So let's go ahead and try to solve this one. All right, using your what we just kind of talked about in the first example. All right, so we need to do negative 16 over 21 times what? Times what? 1 over 18. Now I can cross-reduce negative 8 and 9, and I get negative 8 over 189. Who got it right? Yay, awesome, awesome. Okay, that was a short lesson today. If you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 5.5.